I had Madden 26 predict every Week 1 game of the 2025 NFL season. Let's just say EA made some wild calls. Some of these scores make sense, but others are straight up shocking. Let's break it all down and see how crazy Madden really is. Alrighty guys, welcome to another ZA Productions video. Today I'm going to be looking at Week 1 and having Madden predict all of the matchups for Week 1 of the 2025 NFL season. Should be a great video. Let's dive right into it. Alrighty, so looking at Week 1, the actual schedule, I think there's a lot of great matchups here. So starting off, we got Dallas at Philly to start off the year. That's going to be amazing, I think. Then going on, we're going to have a Brazil game. It's going to be Kansas City and the Chargers. The Steelers and the Jets is also going to be a great matchup. I think those are two evenly matched teams. There's also another great matchup. It's going to be the Titans and the Broncos. I think that's a very underrated matchup. Then you got Houston and the Rams. That is a very even matchup, and I think it's going to be very telling of how this Rams team and how the Texans are going to be. But you have Baltimore and Buffalo. That was an unbelievable ending in the playoffs last year. I think the Ravens were clearly the better team, and they have a chance to prove it Week 1. To kick off the 2025 season, we'd have the Eagles playing the Cowboys in Week 1. This would prove itself to be a good matchup as the Cowboys would somehow have the lead. Pretty surprising if you're a Cowboys fan, not going to lie. Since the Cowboys were up, that meant the Eagles just had to lock in, and that's exactly what Jalen Hurts would do on this 4th and 4 that sparked an amazing comeback from them, and they would end up taking this one 20-17. So I got to say the Eagles are back, always beating Dallas, so got to love it. Alrighty, so taking a look at another fun matchup, it's going to be the Chiefs and Chargers. Chiefs absolutely dominated the Chargers on all sides of the ball. It was a pretty tight game, but if you look at it, Chargers got into the red zone like twice. Alrighty, so this is going to be the Bengals and Browns. This was super tight. I don't remember a time when it was a 1-point game between these two. Looking at the Giants and Commanders game, awfully surprising. Giants rallied super late, and this was a matchup that should not have been close and come down to a field goal. We all know how Madden is, though. Alrighty, yeah, so Pittsburgh and New York dueled it out, and this went to overtime. And Perk Rogers ended up winning in the end. This was probably one of the best matchups of this week, I'd say. Pretty good one out of New England. New England absolutely killed the Raiders, 31-14. Dominated them. Yeah, this is just BTA at its finest. Another overtime win. This time it's the Bucks and the Falcons. Bucks brought it home. Definitely a lopsided match, it looks like, though, statistically. Moving on to the Dolphins and Colts game. Colts put the BTA. Anthony Richardson is being Anthony Richardson in Madden. This dude is a legend in Madden. The Panthers ended up looking terrible Week 1 against the Jaguars. Am I that surprised? Not really. Moving on to the Cardinals and Saints matchup. Pretty surprising. I don't think the Saints will even keep this one together at all. I think this is going to be a blowout, and the Cardinals are going to dominate the Saints. That was pretty surprising seeing, I will say. Moving on to one of my favorite matchups this week, the Titans and the Broncos. Pretty surprising. I don't think the Titans will win this, but I think seeing them win it in Madden's kind of cool. I think Cam Ward definitely had a show out, and he put numbers. I mean, like 232 passing yards offensively. Bo Nix having 189 is pretty unrealistic. I think Bo Nix will absolutely destroy this Titans team. Pretty interesting one here out of Seattle. It's the Niners and the Seahawks. Niners got beat despite outperforming them pretty well statistically. Brock Purdy with 2 interceptions that probably killed them. But Sam Darnold only has 115 passing yards. Pretty interesting. Again, a team that outgained their opponent and still lost by 6 points. This time it's going to be the Rams in SoCal, not in NorCal, versus the Texans. Pretty interesting. I will say that this definitely also could happen, but we'll see. Now moving on to Green Bay. Pretty realistic again. I think Detroit and Green Bay will have this one pretty close, especially with Micah Parsons finally going to the Packers, and they upgrade their pass rush. I think this is going to be a very good game. Alrighty, now moving on to Baltimore and the Bills, the Ravens and the Bills. It's going to be a rematch of the divisional matchup. Last year in the playoffs, pretty heartbreaking for any Ravens fan, and the heartbreak is probably going to continue. I do think the Ravens probably have a better shot, though, at winning this matchup than the Bills do. Moving on to Chicago, where the Vikings and the Bears will be playing. Pretty underwhelming performance from the Vikings, if I say so myself. They did not really dominate in any category. Yeah, looking at J.J. McCarthy, he looked kind of like doo-doo, I'm going to be honest. 67 passer rating. 241 yards, pretty solid for Madden terms, but a touchdown, not too bad, and then he has 2 interceptions, so he isn't looking that great. Bears, on the other hand, are looking stout, and I think they'll look pretty good in real life. Alrighty, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this one just as much as I did, please hit that like and subscribe button. Trying to hit 50 subscribers by the end of this month. And yeah, guys, I will catch you guys in another one, so peace out.